The hills of Montana were golden with summer grass when Rachel Boone saddled up her horse, Dusty, for a ride into the backcountry. She'd done this trail 100 times, a narrow path through pine and rock that looped past an old ranger lookout and back to her family's ranch by dusk. Dusty was a Palomino quarter horse, strong and calm, a born trail partner. Rachel had raised him since he was a foal, and he responded to her like few animals ever did. Where she went, he followed. Where he led, she trusted. But that afternoon something shifted. Clouds rolled in earlier than expected. Wind picked up. Trees whispered in ways that made the skin crawl. And then rain, heavy, instant, blinding. Rachel tugged on Dusty's reins. "We've got to turn back, boy." Then came the flash. Lightning struck a tree yards away. Dusty reared. Rachel screamed, and everything went black. Back at the Boone Ranch, the sun had just started to set when Dusty galloped into the yard. Alone, muddy, soaked, saddle twisted, reins dragging, Rachel was gone. Her father, Jack, burst from the house. "Where's Rachel? Where is she, boy?" Dusty circled, snorting, anxious, but he didn't bolt. Instead, he trotted to the porch, turned around, and stamped his hoof. Once, twice, then waited, as if saying, "Follow me." Within minutes, Jack, a few neighbors, and a deputy were on horseback, Dusty in the lead. He didn't hesitate. He followed the exact trail, even through rivers now swollen from rain, even around landslides and broken limbs. A full hour passed before he stopped at the edge of a ravine. Jack shouted, "Rachel." From below came the faintest reply. Rachel lay at the bottom of the ravine, soaked and bruised, one leg twisted beneath her. Conscious but dazed, she raised a shaky hand when her father climbed down toward her. I tried to hold on," she whispered. "You did good, baby," he said, voice cracking. "But Dusty came back for you." Tears welled in her eyes. "He came home," Jack repeated, looking back up at the ledge where the Palomino stood, silhouetted by the storm-cleared sky. The rescue was careful. It took hours and rope and patience. But they got her out. And Dusty stood watch the entire time, ears forward, tail twitching only when someone got too close to her. Back at the ranch, Rachel was taken to the hospital. Nothing broken, just battered and dusty. He stood outside the window of her room the next morning, just as the sun broke over the mountains. News traveled fast in the West. The local paper ran the headline, "Horse comes home alone, leads rescue to injured rider." A national station picked it up next. Soon, Rachel and Dusty were the talk of the town and the internet. People from across the country sent letters. One woman from Kansas wrote, "My father passed away last year. He was a cowboy, and he would have loved this story. Thank you for reminding me of him." Rachel and Dusty were invited to the state fair. A saddle company offered to custom fit Dusty with a new trail rig. Rachel politely declined the sponsorships. "This wasn't about training," she told reporters. "This was love. He didn't run from the storm. He ran through it to bring me back." Weeks later, Rachel stood again in the same saddle, atop Dusty at the edge of the ravine. She'd brought something with her this time, a leather tag, hand-engraved, tied to a tree branch at the spot she'd fallen. It read, "For the horse who never gave up. Art." Dusty snorted, shifting beneath her. Rachel smiled. "Let's go home." They rode together, side by side with the wind, as if the storm had never touched them. But the people of Maple Ridge would always remember the girl who fell, the horse who came home, and the kind of bond that could guide you through the darkest valley and back into the light.